Okay, we're going to look at example 3 here. Example 3 is different from example 2 in one major way. So it says determine the value of r. So the line through r, comma 6 and 10, comma negative 3 has a slope of negative 3 over 2. Okay, what information do they give me in the instructions? So give me whatever information they give me. They give me n and they give you 2 ordered pairs, right? So I'm going to write those down. And what do we have? R6 and what's the other one?
10, negative 3.
10 and negative 3. All right, so we have the 2 ordered pairs, just like we did the last problem. But then they gave me an extra piece of info. What's that extra piece? Guess, what's the slope? Negative 3 over 2. Or I think they put the negative sign right in the middle, because we need to talk about that. Do they want me to find the slope?
No.
Why not? I thought that's what... Oh, they gave me the slope. I have to find the value of r. Well, how in the world do I do that? We're going to go back to our slope formula, and we're going to see if we can fill in the missing parts.
Oh, no.
Okay, ready? M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so we have all that info. Okay, do we know, and I'm going to have to scroll up just a little bit, hope you can still see. Do we know what y sub 2 and y sub 1 are? And do we know what x sub 2 and x sub 1 are?
We know what some of those are.
Okay, what's y sub 2? Sorry if you can't see it. Negative y sub 1? 6. X sub 2? 10. And x sub 1? R. Okay, so I don't know what r is, but I know it's x sub 2. But there's another vital piece that I do have in this equation. I do know what the slope is. Okay, here's a general principle. I'm going to put the slope right here. Negative 3 over 2. Doesn't negative 3 over 2 equal all of this?
Yes.
Doesn't the slope equal y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1? Okay, now before we get to it, looking at this problem, I'm going to simplify both sides as best I can, because right now there's a lot going on. So let's just look at the right side. What's negative 3 minus 6? So I have negative 9. And what's 10 minus r?
Well, R should be... No.
Well, and again, we're not going to know that necessarily in all these problems, but I know it's r. How many of you would say 10 minus r is 10 minus r?
No.
Okay. Now, I have this right here, and I'm like, how is that going to help me to figure out what r is? Okay, first I want to deal with this negative sign. Where does the negative sign go? Does it go with the 3 or the 2 or with both or neither? You can put it in either one. You can put it with the 3 or with the 2. Because remember with the slope, doesn't matter if you went up 3 over 2 or down 3 over 2 the opposite way. It doesn't. So which one do you want to put it with?
3.
All right, just pick which one you want to go. Either one's going to work out. You can put it down here. It would work out. Does anyone know what we have here? This is back to two chapters ago. We have something right here that can help us to solve this equation. Hayes? A proportion.
Oh, my.
Is this a ratio?
Yes.
Is that a ratio?
Yes.
How do you solve a proportion?
No, why don't you just look at the top two?
Yeah, no, you could, and then you would figure that out. But you're going to do that in this method. Watch what happens here. All right. Proportion, cross multiply. You're going to do negative 3 times 10 minus r in parentheses. Always keep a sum or a difference together. And that equals negative 9 times 2, right? Negative 9 times 2, or 2 times negative 9. Okay, so here what property has to be used?
Distributive.
So it's negative 3 times 10. What's negative 3 times negative r? Positive 3r. What's negative 9 times 2? Negative 18. Okay, so what are we trying to solve for in this whole problem? What did it say? Determine the value of r. So r is right there in an equation, And now all you have to do is solve it like you normally do. So what do I do to both sides? Add 30 to both sides. You're left with 3r equals 12. And I heard the answer from some of you, but the answer is actually 4.
There's so many steps.
It's a long problem.
Can you just look at it? It's going to be harder.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Wyatt. You answered the question already. Some of these, yeah, you can look at them like, I can figure it out. Got it. And that's cool. No, and the reason why, because there is a rationale behind it, is because if you do some of them in your head and some of them with the method doesn't become ingrained in you. It's kind of like, I kind of know it. But if you always do it with that method, you will always get it right. Always, 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 always. If you do it, obviously, if you work it out correctly. But if you use that method, and could we do these with fractions technically? Yeah, technically with fractions. So it does get tougher.
Is that like a 9-step problem right there?
Actually, this afternoon is going to be a several-step problem.
Oh, no.
All right, let's do this, guys. I want to finish up doing numbers 31 on page 330, numbers 31, 33, and 35. I want us to do maybe one of them together. Yeah, maybe one of them together, and then you can do the other two. So 31, find the value of r. Say that. Yeah, you can still do it. You can do it any paper. Basically, I just want you to practice. 31, 33, and 35. Yes. All right, so they give me 2 points on 31, and they give me a slope. In this case, they're very nice, of 4/3, so a positive slope. Okay. Do I need to find the slope in this problem? No, they already gave it to me. I need to find what r is. Okay, so here we have m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. All right, do I know what slope is?
I think so.
Yeah, it's 4/3, so I know it's 4 over 3. Do I know what y sub 2 and y sub 1, all those are? Yeah. So now we're just going to put them in where they belong and simplify. So what's y sub 2? 3. What's y sub 1? 7. X sub 2? X sub 1? Good, -2. That's right. And see, if it's -2, that's going to become positive 2 or plus 2. Okay. So far that's all my work, and then I'm going to set it up 4/3 equals, what's that up there? That's good, -4, and then what's this down here? R plus 2. And again, these technically can be done in the head, but if you throw yourself off, all that work was for nothing. I'd rather get it right than sometimes get it right. Okay, so what's 4 times r plus 2? 4 times r plus 2 equals, what's 3 times -4? -12. All right, distributive property. 4r plus 8 equals -12. And then solve for r. I'll let you do that. All right, and then if you're done with 31, try out number 33 and 35. And if you have questions, please ask. So 31 should be r equals -5. Okay, so you're going to do numbers 33 and 35, and those will be the last 2 problems of the morning. Goodbye, Swivl.